Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to yet another breaking championship transfer news video. The season has now kicked off in the EFL, but the transfers continue to pile through as there's a couple of weeks until the transfer window closes. Let's talk about the transfers going through this week. Before we get into today's video though, if you haven't already, do leave a big thumbs up on this one. Let's get 70 likes for today's video and subscribe if you haven't already. We're so close to 5,000 subscribers. Let's do it this month. And let's talk about the transfers. Let's start with goal machine Adam Armstrong, who is going from Blackburn Rovers to Southampton Football Club for £15 million. Now, the 24-year-old striker has played for Blackburn for the last 3 years, making 150 appearances, bagging 60 goals. Now, this guy is prolific. He was prolific at League One for Blackburn and for my team as well. He played for Coventry, scoring a goal every 2 games. He scored 20 in 40 for my team. But for Blackburn, he's really excelled and really took that step. And do you know what? I think this guy will do it in the Premier League. He's obviously going to be a replacement for Danny Ings for Southampton, who's obviously gone on to play for Aston Villa now. But Adam Armstrong, this is good business. 15 million. Do I think it's about the right price tag? I'd say so. I think Blackburn have got a bit of money to play with now, but Southampton have got a great player here, and it's always good to sniff around the Championship and pick off their best players. But Adam Armstrong, what a miss that's going to be for Blackburn. They really need to recruit well to replace him because he's been with them for a long time and he's carried them at times with his goals. And Tony Mowbray is really going to miss him because those two have worked hand in hand for a long time, like I say, at Blackburn and at Coventry. And it's going to be interesting to see how he gets on in the Premier League. I really do wish him the best, but for Blackburn Rovers, it's going to be a big miss. They really need to replace him, but they did get off to a good start to the season without him on Saturday. Next then, West Bromwich Albion forward Kyle Edwards has gone down to League One Ipswich Town on a free. Now, the 23-year-old only made about 35 appearances for the Baggies, scoring 3 times, but this guy's very promising. He had a loan spell at Exeter City where I thought he was pretty good at League 2. He's had a trial at Bournemouth. He's also been part of England's under-20 setup. And yeah, there is a lot of potential with this guy. I think this guy could be very good. I think for Ipswich Town, who are building a decent team for League 1 level, he could be a really good player, and it's going to be interesting to see how much game time he gets down there. And yeah, good luck to him. Next then to the Riverside, where Middlesbrough Football Club have brought in goalkeeper Luke Daniels on a free. Now, the 33-year-old was released by Brentford this summer following their promotion to the Premier League, and in his time at West London he made about 35 appearances for the Bees, so this guy is quite experienced, especially at the Championship level. And yeah, why not? It's a good signing for Middlesbrough, who are building a decent squad. They got off to a decent start at the weekend with a 1-1 draw against Fulham, and yeah, Neil Warnock, he knows what he's doing. He's building a pretty decent team. Next then to Pride Park, where Derby County have finally brought in a couple of players. We'll start with Ravel Morrison. The 28-year-old midfielder has signed for Derby County on a 1-year deal for a free. Now, this guy's had spells at Middlesbrough, Cardiff, QPR and Birmingham. Not particularly long spells, but enough experience altogether to know that this guy knows the Championship. And yeah, a decent signing for Derby, where they're a bit desperate to bring in any kind of player, to be honest. They need to get some players in just to have a squad, just to have some backup options when their first 11 pick up injuries and stuff. But yeah, Morrison's not a bad player. They've also brought in Wycombe goalkeeper Ryan Alsop on a free. The 29-year-old goalkeeper made 100 appearances for Wycombe Wanderers, and he was part of their team getting promoted from League One. He was obviously part of their team last year in the Championship, and he's played for my team, Coventry, before. I don't think he's an amazing goalkeeper, but I'm not saying he's terrible. He's a reasonable signing for Derby County, who, like I said, they're just desperate to build their squad with any kind of players, just to have some numbers there. And then finally, Derby County's rivals, Nottingham Forest, have brought in Philip Zinkernagel from Watford Football Club on a loan. Now, the 26-year-old midfielder can play as a winger as well. He's made 20 appearances for Watford Football Club, only getting 1 goal, but this guy's not really about goals. He's quite a creative player as well. And yeah, really decent signing for Nottingham Forest, who haven't really been too busy in the transfer window. It's quite interesting to see what Chris Hughton's doing with that team. Obviously, my team played them at the weekend. Coventry beat Forest 2-1. And one thing I will say about Chris Hughton is, if I was a Nottingham Forest fan, I'd be very frustrated with how he managed that game. I think 1-0 up, they could have gone on to get the second, kill the game, but they tried to sit on that 1-0, and then when we equalised, there was only ever going to be one winner because Forest was sat quite deep. But yeah, very frustrating if you're a Nottingham Forest fan, but Chris Hughton is experienced. I'm sure he knows what he's doing and should get something done this season. It'll be interesting to see where Forest finish. So then, guys, that wraps up today's videos. That's the latest Championship transfers going through. Just a couple more weeks until the transfer window does close. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments about any rumours as well, guys. It's interesting to talk about those. Make sure you've left a thumbs up on this one, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.